Hello everyone. I'm just making sure everything is working. Because this is how it works here these days. I haven't updated the paperwork for last week's class yet. I'm doing that this weekend. I'm sorry about that. Last weekend I moved, which was like one of those crazy moments where you're like, why am I doing this? But yes, so tonight we're going to be playing around with our new, because I managed to get these stamps from Studio Light. So these are our two new stamps we're going to be playing with. Lots of fun there. And we're also going to be playing with our new sticker sheets. Now we've also gone into Mum's stash. Oh, good evening, Artie Peeps, to you too. We're also going to be using some of our lovely stuff from Mum's stash, which is Noel, can you tell me who's saying hello as my facey book's not signing me in over this side?
Hello there. I hope you had a good day.
I can see the comments. Just tell me who's saying hello.
Dee said hi, everyone.
Hi. Have you got the other two yet, or not really? No? Okay. It's perfectly fine. Right, so we've also got some stuff from Mum's stash. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. I couldn't get my Facebook to log in on my mum's computer, and she's in the shower, so I just gotta kind of wait until she's out for me to have Facebook. Oh, thank you. Yes. But before we start our class, I just got to get out a few more things, but we would have been running late if I did it off camera. So I'm just going to unload my lunchbox of, this is basically my art survival kit. So, obviously when you move house, you want to make sure you know kind of where everything is, but let's be honest, I have moved 3 times in the last 3 years. And each time you think you've labeled the boxes clearly, but no, you will never be able to find exactly what you're looking for. So I make an art survival kit, so then I know where my general sort of things are. So basically, the only thing that isn't in my art survival kit is my paint caddy, which is currently plastic box. So this normally has my brayer in it, and this is part 1 of the survival kit for me. My second survival kit is my lunchbox, and in said lunchbox is my palette, my scraper gift card, gauze, because you never know when you're going to need some gauze. Let's be a minute here.
Anne says, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome home. Thank you. Diane says hello. Tanya says hello.
Hello, everyone. So we're just opening up my survival kit because we do need a few things in here. So I do have a few stamps and all that type of jazz and stencils. And these are purely in here, not only because I used them last week in class, but also because they're small, which means that if I need to do a quick pattern, these are my go-to stamps and stencils, and I always love butterflies. And so I've got my scripty stamp down the bottom here, which is the one that we want. Oh, we might just unload it all. So we've got my ink. So I've got my archival inks to make permanent marks, because you can make paint out of ink pads. However, you potentially will destroy the ink pad when doing it. So we're not going to do a class on that, more than likely. We can if you want to, but heads up, I don't suggest, just because you are likely to destroy the ink pad when doing it. Right, so now that we've got all that unloaded, so then we've got my paint brushes here. So these are my main paint brushes that I always use. I've got my rounded one, which is my favorite. This is my lucky brush. I own about 3 of this style. I've lost 2 of them in the moving process. I know where one of them is in one of the crates. But this is important to me. So the original one of these I got off my mum. Hey, Mum, can you come and log into Facebook on your computer? Because my 2-factor verification code's not working. Thank you. This one here is my very small one for outlining and detailing. It's not really a paintbrush anymore. It's more of a stub. I don't know if you... Yeah, you can't see it. I don't have my iPad.
No, but you want mine in front of you.
Like, either one would be great right now. Just because I can't tell who's commenting on Facebook. Because
Yeah, you need to.
Robin says hello.
hello. And then I've got my Flicky paintbrush, which is my fan. You can also do flowers with the fan paintbrush. My smaller one and my straight edge one for patterning.
Maybe you should do, instead of teaching a class, do show this and then do a Q&A with Naomi-Jon. People can like ask some questions and you can answer some questions that. So I'm sure everyone's got burning questions.
Oh, do they?
I just thought of that it might be a.
Can I please get one off everything from the Marlene, please?
That's Jason.
Oh, yes, we can do that. Is
The
it
new
of the
stuff
new stuff?
will be in the next box, I think, Jace.
Next box, okay.
The next one to arrive.
And then I've got my pastels hot up. So are we doing a Q&A tonight? Is that?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to do that, or are you going to teach a class after you do this? Because you're not even halfway through. Why is there a lipstick? You're not arting with that lipstick, are you?
No, that's the emergency lipstick. Because I keep this on hand. This came in the Gets with us. This lunchbox. This lunchbox was slid underneath the driver's seat so I can whip it out at any time.
And art.
And, because, art. So, Mum always taught me that every female needs to keep lipstick on hand. And I don't really keep a purse on me. So, it goes in the emergency kit for when it needs.
An emergency kit is art supplies.
In the emergency kit. This is my survival kit. I don't pack other things.
Oh, get your dressing gown. You're not wearing a jacket.
Most people pack, like,
Band-Aids.
Band-Aids, but I don't even have. I have paper clips instead because they are great for collage.
We're gonna paper clip someone back together again.
Oh yeah, slide them in. So, oh hello Tash. Would everyone be okay with a Q&A? I don't know how you feel. Like, you guys could ask a question, and I could show you how to do it. Like, that's up to you. Completely. If you do have a burning question, please let me know. And then I've got a few watercolor pencils. Sorry, I just gotta sort out because, like, I literally don't clean this out between moves. I just kind of use what's in it and then I put it back in. It's the emergency kit. The emergency kit does change. I didn't have watercolor pencils in my emergency kit for a very long time. Just because I never really used them, and then they went back in. I'm afraid lipstick is not kept in my survival kit. I don't like wearing lipstick. Neither do I. I've had this lipstick since I was 16. I don't think that's right to keep lipstick that long. Apparently, you're supposed to replace it after so many years or months. However, I don't wear it, so it just gets put in the emergency kit.
Maybe I'll just
Fun fact, I did carry this around every day of university.
I never used it.
Never used it.
Oh, we did use it for your graduation. Do you know what
Yes.
her dressing gown is?
I thought it was on her bed. It didn't end up in the dirty clothes, did it? We also have a screw because you need a screw.
It's very inappropriate.
No, like, it's an actual screw, and like you always need not that way. You need like to fix things. Jeez, my mom takes things the wrong way. Right. Well, oh hello Debbie Higgins. Okay. Well, we'll definitely do a Q&A then. Think of some questions because we're nearly through the survival kit, so just a heads up. And then so yes, watercolor pencils. I've got a good range of colors. It's not every color in the watercolor pencil pack, but it's a few. And then I've got there's another one of those. And then I've got my pastel, like my art pens. I mainly just keep the ones that don't fit in my paint palette and like my paint tub. And also the ones that work currently. So these are my working pens. I have a lot of pens. Not many of them work because they go in as collage pieces. And then we better take that one out because I explained lipstick. This is the art trophy that I won in grade 12. It's like the one I got to keep, and then the school had one. I just carried it around with me because it was quite important.
There was a bigger one at the school.
It kind of solidified the fact that I was probably supposed to do art. So, yeah, I just carry it around. It's a nice memento. And it looks cute. I have considered putting it in a piece for collage, but it's glass, so it might break. And Mum would be so mad at me. It would be hilarious. So probably not gonna do that.
Chris says, ha 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 ha.
I know. And then we've got like the emergency stamps. So these are just the background stamps and stuff. Most of the time, these stamps just change on how I'm feeling and what I can like remove from what I've already packed. Because sometimes I forget to pack my emergency kit until the very end, and I'm like, what do I need to paint? So that's like, a lot of them are art by Marlene. I've got my script and my small dots, which you guys have seen a lot of, that I use all the time. I've also got grids and my butterflies and some letter stamps there. There's lots of stamps. Lots and lots of stamps. We're just going to put those ones on one pile together. And then, like I said, I've got some paper clips because, you know, paper clips instead of Band-Aids, apparently. And a flare button for good use. So that's my emergency kit. I don't think I'm going to keep all of that out, though. I'm just going to put my inks back here. So, yes, the inks are in case I can't get to the paints, because you can make paint out of ink pads. Loosely. Can I say it doesn't always work. But you can do it, and we'll stick that one back in.
Alright, you're on yours.
Like, there is a method to it. Now, who has questions, and how can I help tonight? Oh, the lipstick is definitely not a necessary thing. What would you like to see happen tonight? / what are your burning questions? I'm willing to answer anything. Oh, there's a zip. We might use that.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, like Noah said. I'm pretty willing to answer anything. Like, to do with art. So, yes. What is matte medium used for? Matte medium. Right, matte medium, which is the liquidy type stuff. Let me just pull out mine. So there are two types of matte mediums. There is the acrylic matte medium, and then there is gel matte medium. You can tell that this is Mum's tub. I feel like it needs to get messy. Like, look, it has no paint around it. Anyway, so the thing with the matte medium is it's basically a stronger version of Dimensional Magic Glue. It's the best way to describe it. Like, it's art glue, but...
No, it's actually what paint's made out of, but it's thicker.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I just thought it was glue.
And it's got matting agents in it.
Well, it's got, yeah, so it's got matting agents in it, and it's, like, actual... It's the binder in the acrylic paints, which means it acts as a glue. So, and a lot of artists use it because it becomes airtight. It means your artworks don't rot when using it. It's pretty much, it's one of the best things on the market. You can get it in gloss form because that's how it works. Like, you can either get matte or gloss. It just depends on what you like. Some techniques you can do better with gloss. Some techniques you can do better with matte. So, for example, if you're going to use foils on your page, I definitely suggest to use gloss. Medium, not matte medium, gloss medium. Sounds so odd. Because it has more of a resistance to it and it sticks a bit better. Whereas if you're looking to do something like a photo transfer, matte medium is the way to go. So the difference between acrylic and gel is that gel is a lot thicker, can hold a lot more, like it's more heavy body, more heavy duty. If you're wanting to stick something, I think I've got like some chipboard metal here. So for example, this piece of metal, if you wanted to stick it down, oh, Mum's thing is stuck. Why? I saw her open this up only a night ago or 2 nights ago. Why is it stuck? Oh, Mum. This was supposed to be a quick opening. I am getting to your question, Chrissy dear, I promise. Oh, hello, Marge. Right, here we go. So, there we go. Right. So, for example, gel matte medium works really well with sticking down heavy duty collage, like pieces of metal or chipboard, pieces of metal. It also works really nicely with paper because you can get like that nice soft edge to them. And then, oops. Go. So that's just that one there. Whereas the gel medium, or I mean the acrylic, sorry. So that's the gel there. So the gel can stick down pretty much anything you want. However, there are a few things with the gel. So for example, if you go ahead and stick down a piece of gauze, sorry, I'm just going to cut up my emergency gauze a little bit. So I'll just show you. If we go ahead and we stick down this piece of gauze here, with our gel, you're not going to really get the texture anymore because it's just going to fill the holes to stick it down, and all you'll get is a lump, which is not what we really want. Whereas I'll lift this up to show you. So because the gel medium is so thick, it goes straight through the gauze and it just makes it kind of more like a lump,
Like a texture.
like
You've been
yeah,
stealing stuff out of my drawers.
but not. I wish.
What if I want to use those handles?
Would you like to use these handles?
Probably not today, but they're on there now.
It's one handle. It's a packet of 2.
Yeah. I just say you ask for use. It's okay.
Can I use your stuff?
Yes.
Thank you.
She's gonna guilt trip you now.
I killed her when I was born. I get guilt tripped every day of my life. If you didn't, oh, you dig at me.
I was hoarding those handles. They were going to be your inheritance.
So cute. My inheritance. I know.
I was hoarding those handles for a rainy day.
Right, you know.
If I was going to use the damn things.
So, then I'm so sorry. And then acrylic medium matte is basically more of a liquid type form. So it's like a white glue situation. It's very liquidy. And then this one here, you just have to be careful when you're using it on more absorbent materials like Hessian and watercolor paper or canvas that hasn't been primed, because it will just absorb everything. Like it will absorb the glue and it won't work. So
Tanya says, you guys crack me up. Dee says, don't mess with the hoarder. Lol.
Mum has nothing on Grandma.
Oh, God.
That woman. She has a jar of her gallstones in her kitchen.
We don't need to say anything else.
Apparently I'm getting those and all. You want them for the lunch on Monday. It was enlightening.
Wonder where all the bronzillias are going to go.
Oh, that's a you. Apparently you're the green thumb in the family.
Well, I'm like Amelia. I haven't killed 2 plants.
Oh, yeah. So Amelia has done 2 scientific experiments at school so far, and both of the plants have died. So,
She might not be good with plants.
like, she's great at planting, however. Not so much.
I think it's more because when she was doing the plants, she was away because of the operation.
Oh, that might be it. Okay, so let me just focus for a minute before we keep talking about this. So with the acrylic medium matte, it's not very hard to say. It's very hard to say, sorry. So as you can see with that one there, you can tell where the texture of the gauze is and the paper goes on and all the rest of it. So you can stick those 2 down, but you're not going to try and stick down a chipboard item onto the page with that because it's just going to fall off. It's not going to stay. The chipboard will absorb it, all of that jazz. Whereas the gel medium, as you can see, like that there's already stuck. Like I can't move. Like I can kind of move it, but at the same time, don't really want to. And like you can stick paper down with it, which is really nice. But when you go to stick on gauze and stuff like that, it kind of just goes into the texture, leaving just like a type of blob to it. So that's what gel medium matte is. It's an art glue, essentially. Down to if you want to know the chemical properties, it's actually the acrylic within paints. So the gel medium matte is what's in heavy body paints, and the acrylic medium matte is what's in your liquidy type paints. The difference between the two, one is like paste, one is like liquid. We use liquid ones a lot because they're easier to use. We can use paste ones. The paste ones tend to be a little bit more costly because Montmart don't do them. They also get gluggy really easily and can go off if you live in humid areas. So just because when the pigment mixes with the gel medium, it becomes odd. What about string gel medium? Yes. So if you're sticking down string, you definitely. I am getting to Chrissy D's question. I'm so sorry. If you want to stick down some string, I suggest gel medium because it's just got that thickness to it. It can be really confusing when you're reading the labels. They try not to explain too much while explaining everything on the labels, just because like secret squirrels, I guess. But yeah, so you can do use string with the gel medium. I would use this one here to stick down string, as long as you don't want like the texture within it. Like if you're using like baker's twine and stuff like that, this is the one to go, just because it's got that little bit more body. If you don't have a gel medium, modeling paste works just the same. And if you don't have acrylic medium matte, gesso works pretty well too. Now back up to Chrissy's question. So sorry, Chrissy. What black ink do you use in your collages for stamping? Oh, yes. So the black ink I use, which is actually in my survival kit, is the archival ink or distress oxides / inks. So
But they move.
But they move. Oh no, is it called string gel medium? Oh no. So the liquidy one's called acrylic gel medium. Acrylic medium matte, sorry, and the paste one is called gel medium matte. I've never heard of a string gel medium before.
No, you know the one. What's the one that you can tip the bottle from the top of the Empire State Building and it will make a continuous.
That's self-leveling gel.
Yeah, self-leveling gel. Some people use it to make stringy effects.
Oh yes, you can use
something.
you can use that as a glue. It's more of a sealer, however. I've
Yeah,
sealed
but
a lot of
more
leaves.
a leveling out because it's a bit finicky to make stringy stuff.
Yeah, so you can use the self-leveling gel for string gel medium.
I've not had any success.
I've had a fair bit of success with it. However, in
using it for stringy effects.
Yes, but it's really messy. Like, I create with my hands all the time. I have paint on all of my clothes, and even I will never redo that experience because it ain't a fun one. I'm not gonna lie. It's to the point of where, like, because when you get self-leveling gel in it, it's not like you're peeling off another layer of skin. Because it self-levels, it actually goes into your skin, and it feels very odd on your hands. So, you have a jar of stuff called string gel medium and don't know how to use it. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna do
Yeah, if you send me a pic, Sandra, I'll have a look at it over the next week and then I'll come back to you on that one. So just send me a pic on Messenger about that. And I'll come back to you on that because I've never seen it before. I thought it was self-leveling gel. I have plenty of that. I've sealed lots of leaves with it. But back to the stamps. So with stamping with collage items, we do two main brands, basically because they are what's easiest to get in store currently, basically. And we might use some of our new stamps for this. What are we thinking? Maybe we could use this new script that we were looking at, Chrissy, or there's so many options. What about we use the borders? Okay, so I'll give you a bit of an example. So I'll use two different stamps to show you the difference between them. So we'll use this border one from the new Studio Light range here, and we will also use this mini script. It's kind of like my bigger script, but it's a lot more mini, which is quite nice. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Say good night to Noah because he'll be 16 tomorrow. He'll no longer be 15. He'll be able to get his license. I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? I think I picked your order, Tanya.
Get
Right, so we're going to use this stampy one, the script, and one of the borders on our other new set because I managed to get both while we were doing the video. Mum was in a very happy mood that day, so I may have used that to my advantage. Right, so I'm just going to grab out some stamp blocks because Mum is amazing at having product in her house and just has like stamp blocks. It's phenomenal. Oh, as we all know, I couldn't find my stamp blocks last week, so I ended up using my ink pad then, which did work. Don't get me wrong, but it's good. Oh no, I found them. She's forgetting that I probably know her area better than her because I go looking for things. Like, honestly, I'm going to use both of them a lot. Not going to lie. Oh, Debbie says happy birthday tomorrow, Noah. He doesn't like his birthday made a big deal of, and he doesn't like getting presents. So Milton and I instead took the family out for a movie and his favorite takeaway afterwards. So
family event.
A family event, which, did you enjoy it?
I did.
Excellent, because that was your birthday present.
I knew that.
That's good.
And Amelia spoiled it.
Pardon?
Amelia spoiled it to me the day before.
Oh, yes. Stinky fufa bum. Oh, Mum's needs to be ringed there. Sorry. I'm just going to put that up to one side because Mum's needs to be ringed. We must have put it too hot to the side. Marge also says happy birthday from her. But yeah, so Amelia spoiled it the morning that we went to see the movie. Milton and I had been keeping it secret for like at least a month. Well, I had been. Milton didn't know about it until the day before when he had to book the tickets. Right, so we're just going to stamp this one down. And I'm just going to show you. So the archival ink is really reliable. It doesn't move whatever you put on top of it. It's amazing. If I could date it, I would. It's constant. It's just great. And it always works. The only thing with archival ink is if you have a good stamp that you're using it on, you want to get a baby wipe and wipe it off immediately, or else it will be permanently on your stamp. Which isn't a bad thing. It just stamping does layer up over time and it can clog up your stamps a little bit. So you want to make sure that you want to get the best life out of your stamps, which means a little time spent now means less work later. You don't want to be like a person like me who has to scrub their stamp collection every 6 months because they don't clean the stamps immediately. I am that person that has stamps that wish they could run away. Right, so now that we've done that one there, and I'll show you that they don't move in a minute, I'm just going to stamp down the distress inks. So the other stamp that we commonly use in my art classes is the distress inks. Now these do move. So, and I'll show you how much they move once I get down the script writing.
You're right.
Yep.
Just let everyone know that I probably won't get the studio light from today in until tomorrow morning. So if they want any of it, they can always message us.
Yeah, if you just, if none of you had Mum just then, just message us if you want any of the new studio light, just because I think Mum's going to have a break tonight from work before tomorrow. She's having a break, yeah. It's been a big day. We moved the store around and everything. So, yeah, but if you want any of that new studio light, just text us every night and we'll make sure we hold it for you. Oh, Marie said happy birthday to you as well, Noah.
My computer must be slow. I haven't got any comments.
Oh, refresh. That computer doesn't get comments as quickly or as conveniently as you want. So I'm just going to come in and stamp this one here again. Up here. And, ooh. And another one here. So I'm just going to do this in threes because, you know, we're kind of making an art page as we go along with the questions. So we've got these ones here. Oh, this is looking good. And then I'll just grab... Does Mum have a mister? Oh, she does. Could I please have the teal blue book pad? Okay, Noah, can you write that down for Chrissy D?
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Excellent, thank you. So we're just going to lift this up on an angle. And I might lift it up even closer to you guys if I can try. So to give you an example, we're going to spray this one here first. And as you can see, the ink will run. See? Whereas if we spray our archival, none whatsoever. There is no running there. But if we go over here and we spray that one, see? It's completely gone. So, well, Pam says happy birthday for tomorrow, Noah. So, as you can see, the ink does run with the distress oxides. So, if you do want that running effect, up to you. You can use the distress oxides. If you don't, the archival inks work really well as well for collage. And you can generally see them through pretty much every single layer, not gonna lie. They're quite prominent. Is there any other questions at this point in time? Like, anyone got any burning questions that they want me to do anything with while we wait? I might rub on some rub-ons. Because I just think this page needs a bit more collage. But that's me with everything in life. So, you know, and we're just going to grab the end of our paintbrush here. So, yeah, if you've got any more questions, please let me know.
How's your day been, Nina?
Pretty busy. I have cut, I think, about 20 sets of #1 mermaids and a lot more other stuff, but I just remember the #1 mermaids because, God, they're a pain to peel. The hair. Oh, I also went and got a haircut today where the hairdresser told me that from now on I need to wear a swimming cap in the pool because the chlorine has damaged my hair beyond belief, which I kind of already knew.
I going grey.
No, the fact that it's falling out at the rates of knots at the moment. It's just
Yeah.
so basically I got a trim and they had to and an undercut back in, and then we just dealt with the damaged hair because it's gonna take a while for it to come back in full force, which is understandable, but yeah, how it works. And then what else has there been happening? Oh, we set up the shop for retreat today.
Millie's dance got cancelled.
Well, I don't know about that, but Millie's dance got cancelled. I had a Zoom. Finished packing some orders, packing and picking orders, and these rub ones aren't working because they're that old. Ugh. Spending all that time. Don't laugh at
You're
me.
using a pacer.
I'm actually using the end of the paintbrush.
You're supposed to use.
I know that I'm supposed to use a paddle pop stick. I just can't be bothered. I only follow rules when it's convenient.
If product is compulsory.
Is it? If everyone followed the rules, we wouldn't have technology.
I was very surprised today that with the computer when we scribe,
Yes.
Dad hits F5, which refreshes the page.
Oh, yeah, Dad didn't know that there was a refresh button in the corner.
He didn't know that. I knew that.
Yes, but you gotta remember, Dad was technology illiterate 2 years ago. He didn't even know how to like something on Facebook.
Let alone post.
I don't think everyone remembers how far Dad came on the learning how to comment on a Facebook post.
I think Milton gave him lessons on Facebook.
Milton and I both gave him lessons.
I think he also gave Mum lessons.
We ain't going back there, trust me. That was a long process teaching Dad how to comment on a Facebook post. Right, so I'm just rubbing these on just to get a little bit more of a background setting. And then what we might come and do is we might add a few more layers of collage because I think everyone's done asking questions. If you do have any more, we'll go through the techniques when you ask them. Otherwise than that, we're going to get on to creating. And here we go. So just going to rub on our bits and pieces. So I'm just going to come in and add a few more bits of collage in. It's just ripped up pieces of encyclopedia paper. And we're just doing the sandwich process of rubbing our glue down first and then putting down that one. Good. I'll put down this piece here. This piece. So we're not laying out this texture, these bits of collage here first. We're just coming in and doing it completely random. And that's because it's like, don't get me wrong, a lot of times we plan our collage because I'm speaking through the process of what I go through, or most of the time I do it in my head because I'm sorry about that. I do think I'm explaining things, but half the time I don't, which I'm really sorry about. Please pull me up on that when it happens, because I need to get better at explaining things. But yeah, so just going through basically, and sticking down the bits and pieces we need. I think we need. Also, does anyone have any, for the ladies who are doing the retreat this weekend, the hybrid, got any suggestions on what they would like to learn in my class, my surprise class on Saturday, which is still a surprise for me? That would be great. As I currently don't have a plan. I know I'm doing a card for it. Like, the end result will be some type of card form. Or tag, but yeah. Anyone's got a suggestion? Please let me know. Contextual comment. It's up to you. Go, and then so we're just coming on and we're sticking this one here down. And we'll come on and stick this one over here, I think. Go, definitely need a bit more gauze, I reckon. Just going to tear it a little bit and then get our acrylic. Medium matte. Along with, oh, I'm just going to take that gauze out. And there, we're along with our plastic cutting from this week that Mum has left on the desk here. Because Mum's taught all the classes for this week. Right, and then we might do stuff there. I'm having so much trouble after this class. It's okay. Completely worth it. And then now that we've got all of that done there. Hobbling.
What else can you stick the gauze down with that will get a texture?
You can try gesso. if you don't have any glue on you. Pardon?
Acrylic paint can be used as a glue.
Acrylic
Because it's
paint.
the same
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Acrylic paint can be used. Anything that's really liquidy, if you use paste type stuff, you do lose the texture of your gauze.
A little bit.
A
You
little
just
bit.
got to spread it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks good.
I'm heavy-handed, so
That looks, you're sitting at my desk, it looks a little bit like some of my paintings, my collage paintings. I'm very proud of you.
Apparently you have to progress in life. Alright, and here we go. So I'm just going to come in and do a few. Dr. Ringy's there. And more over here. I think we're going to need is some paint. Got that one, I reckon. And that one, maybe. I'm just trying to see if I've got an actual orange. Pink, teal, right. And we need some whites. The white's going missing. Sorry, I'm just grabbing out my white. Oh, the pen that I just used. No, I don't think so. That one there is an off-the-box one. It's a calligraphy pen. It's a pen with a flat tip. I don't believe Mum has any more in stock. That would be a Officeworks purchase. These ones here work the same, but that one is just a little bit thicker. We used to sell them, and they used to be from the Zig brand. However, unfortunately, you can't really get Zig stuff in anymore, which is quite sad, but yeah. So I'm just going to come in and actually put this on the palette off to this side. And then grab the acrylic paint over here. Because the tops are just a little bit blocked. So I got my turquoise, teal, and white paint so far. And I'm kind of coming and spread on my white in a few areas. Not too much, just a little bit here and there. Get the texture really formulated. And all the bits and bobs. And we're going to come in with our teal and just kind of mix it a bit with the white. Let's get this one here. Just come in and keep mixing. So there we go. And I'm going to grab a paintbrush with just a little bit of this on it. On top of that there, and then just let it drip. Okay, so we've got all that. And then we're going to come in a bit more with our teal here. And just come in with our pens. And draw that on there. Just drawing a few stars. I was really hoping those one flowers would have to work. I might have to draw some flowers. It's a little bit annoying, but we can draw some flowers on. So the flowers, I'm thinking that neon orange, but maybe not now. Yellow with a little bit of that neon orange. Right, and then where is our fan paintbrush? Right, I'm just going to double check this one out because it's been a while since I've done fan flowers. Not gonna lie, so I'm just going to come in and do from it, sorry. Okay, that's right. I've got this covered now. Don't worry. Just that one. And then there's more of a Scratch one there, and then scratch one. And these are just the tops of our flowers. And I think we need one over there. Right, so then let's just wash that one out and grab a more skinny one. Paintbrush and this type of colour. I think we might mix it a little bit with our turquoise that we've got on the palette. First, we're just going to come in and add some more yellow to some of these ones. Yeah. Just because the yellow can lose its edge a little bit. Yes, so the fan brush is a very handy tool. You can make flowers out of fan brushes. You just gotta know which way to bend them and all the rest. But it's been a while since I've done it, so that's why I was just double checking on a piece of paper. But yeah, you just wanna just load some up and can do all that, and then so I'm just mixing two of my greens together just to make the stems of my flowers. And then what I'm going to come in and do is some leaves. Come in and add these green bits here just to get it so it blends a little bit more with the color palette that we've been using. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I can do some more of those fan brush flower techniques if you want next week. See how they work. It's always good when you know how to use the brushes you've got. You can actually do a billion to one things with them with like only 3 brushes. You don't need 1,000 brushes in the world. So like I can do some more of those techniques maybe next week. Just so then you guys can see how to. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, so the palette pad, I think we might have a few of them in stock, which is really good. They're like made of glossy resistant paper, which means that you can just load it up basically and peel off any of the extra stuff that you've got on after a few layers, and you can even use those peelings as actual collage then as well, which is nice. Go, and we might do some of the green coming out from underneath here, and we will just lift it up a little bit, put some water on our paintbrush and let it spill just a little bit. Go. So now we've got the green there, I think we need a little bit more of the goldy green though in there, just to match the other page just a little bit. Go. And then we might come up here and do some flicks. Yeah, I can show you how to peel the paint as well. I've got a few pages that need peeling, so I can do that at the start of next week's class. I just can't do it while once I've got wet paint on it, or else it becomes really messy. So I can do it at the start of next week's class to show you how to peel the paint off. Oh yeah, and I can actually make a separate video and put it up for you guys if you want, of both our journals that we finished, because we've finished 2 art journals now. One from 2020, and then oh no, we finished 3. We finished a 2020, a 2021, and the first half of 2022. So this is our 4th art journal that we've gone through on these classes now. So I can show you all the art journals. I can do like a video of them all now that I'm home. I've got all access to all the art journals I've got used in the past, so I can definitely do that for you guys. Let me just go back in. I kind of want to stamp or restamp this scripty bit back where I originally had it in this area here, because I just feel like it's missing it a little bit. So let me just come in, snap that one down, and then what we might come and do is do a few of these border stamps. I think. Again, so border there and border there, and then border here. Now that we've got that, oh, and a border there. Right, there we go. Now that we've got all of that there, what we want to do is just come up and basically add some green gold in, and then oh, we're gonna paint a little bit everywhere here. Wonderful, easy enough. I can do all of those things for you guys. I'm pretty good at following requests. I will write down for, so next week's technique will be fan brush flowers. So I peel the paint just because when you have a lot on there, the pages start to become unusable, which is all good because it's like there's 50 pages in there, so you could just keep flipping, but it does become a bit like a crocodile and unusable. And if I peel them, I get longer out of my palettes as well, so it means I can go back and use the palettes. Like I've had this palette book since I was 16. I'm now 22 and it's still going strong, and it's not going to die anytime soon. So I definitely highly suggest that when you have one of these things, you just peel the paint. It just means you get a lot longer from the books, and you don't, like, it's a one-time buy realistically in your life, which is nice. You're not having to replace it every 50 years, like you might have to replace it after 50 years. I don't know, I'm not 50 yet. Well, I'm not 56, so I'll tell you when I'm 56, if you need to replace it. But, like, you know, you buy one and it lasts a really long time, so, especially when you peel the paint. So that's why I peel the paint off that one. And then I'm thinking, I think there needs to be some patterning of the teal on the page. I don't know. Just trying to make sure that everything, it's a very white space page. We've been doing lots of white space lately. this would be the second page in a row we've done white space. So yeah, unusual for us. Okay, and then we might do come in and I'll just do a pattern leading in to the teal here. So I'll just come over here and instead do it on the upside. And then maybe this one goes here, I think, now that we've got that there. Gonna come in and do some red orange dots, and I think we might be nearly done. We've just changed scribes, by the way, peeps. We're over to Dad now. So
I don't know if that's an improvement.
well, do you have your glasses on? The answer to that, ladies, is a no. So
No, I'm just
okay, so put some dots. Over the door
we're
there.
going rogue with it.
Where are we going rogue?
No glasses.
Oh, I don't know if I want to scribe without glasses.
I'm not good. What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
I have 3 pairs. I should go on 1 pair.
you have 3. I have 1 pair, and I'm full time.
See, that's why you have 1 pair. I need them for reading, so I'll leave mine around.
I don't even have a spare pair in case that my pair breaks.
Well, that's your own fault.
Wow.
What's today? Thursday.
Yes, tomorrow is the first day of retreat. It's a Friday. I haven't even been home a week, people. Hey. Oh no, your foot's gone to sleep. Oh, be careful of the pins and needles when it wakes back up. I always get pins and needles, Marie. It hurts.
I have bad circulation.
But when you have bad circulation, does that mean you get pins and needles more often or less?
Just don't feel them when I turn purple.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear. I shed blood with you. Right, there we go. And now that we've got, oh, you can't really see that because of my name tag, Soz. Literally just realized that as I was going along. Right, now that we've got that there, I think what we might do is I'm just going to come in and add some white over here, up here. And I'll show you why in a second. Doesn't make much sense. I know we've gone over. I'm so sorry. We went over last week as well. I was going really well with my class times. And then 2 weeks in a row I've gone over. I'm sorry. My dad ain't impressed. Right, here we go.
Let's just sort of look.
Oh, thank you, Marie. Right, and then
I didn't attempt to go that sort
so we're just going to come in and wipe some white in a few areas.
Beautiful work. Love the yellow and the orange as much.
Oh, thank you. We don't really do yellow and orange a lot. Well, we do a lot of yellow, but not orange.
He loves your flowers.
Thank you. Well, next week, Dad, we're doing fan brush flowers and
Fan brush flowers.
peeling paints off the paint palettes, and they can see the paint palette a little bit more. Because they're a bit interested in that. But yes. Right. Sorry. Back to why I put the white on there. So what we're going to do is with the white that we've just put on there, we're going to make like a resistance. We're going to come in and with our stubby paintbrush, we're just going to come in and do, and trying not to get my white jumper on the paint too late. Just going to come in and retract some of it off.
Debbie's not worried about how long you're taking. She's just loving watching.
Oh, thank you. We did do a bit of a Q&A at the start of the class, so
Did you?
yes.
I'm just checking what I'm rostered for Carl's next week.
Okay.
One shift.
You never know. It might turn into 2.
No, next week. 3 shifts. Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
Oh, you're going to be tired. Right, and I'll lift this up to show you the resistance of what I've done.
Candy said that she thinks she might divide the other stamps.
I do suggest, but I am a shoppingaholic when it comes to art supplies.
Did you tell him you had a haircut?
I did tell him I had a haircut. However, my hair hasn't really changed because I had to deal with the damaged bits of my hair because it looked boring. My hairdresser got up me. And I had a new hairdresser as well, and she was just like, I don't know you very well, but I'm still going to get up here. I was like, okay.
I'm glad they got up.
So I have to wear a swimming cap. You glad they got up me?
Yeah. It's called adulting. Look how my hair lasts and I can look up.
You're bald, and that's genetic.
I think it's more to put 2-in-1. I'm sure that company was dodgy. You have to be old to know what Pert 2-in-1 was.
I don't know what Pert 2-in-1 is.
It was a shampoo and conditioner in one. I thought I was being cheap.
So you want to say that you're going to blame your cheapness on hair problems. Right. Let me just get that one.
Monday might be a bit of a stress.
Hi, Chloe. Right, we're nearly finished. Okay. And I'll lift that up to, oh, a second, sorry. Not quite done. So this paintbrush is more of like a stub now. Right, and
Oh, it's got a still hanging.
oh no,
It's a big
Chloe.
fussy cutting.
I don't think we've even started our fussy cutting. I think Mum was going to attempt to do it tonight, but I don't think she's touched it. So,
Mum's chillaxing.
well, that's a tomorrow thing then.
Yep.
Fussy cutting is a tomorrow thing officially. Right. Let me lift this up and show you guys what we have done tonight. What we have created. Oh, that actually looks pretty good on the camera. Sorry. Just looks a bit different when you stand up. You know? I'm so used to creating while standing. Okay, let me lift it up. Oh, we've got something stuck to our art journal. Not surprising. So this is tonight's class / Q&A. So we answered questions about gel medium and ink stamps for collaging. And I basically explained the difference between some products. If you do have any other questions, please just text me. Sandra, if you could message me a photo of that string gel medium, because I have never heard of it before, never seen a jar of it before, but I will look into it for you. The other thing as well is that next week we will be focusing on doing some more of these flam brush flowers. You can make roses, pansies, tulips, and sunflowers with a fan brush. So we will do a few more flowers next week with maybe an orange and yellow color palette, because you guys seem to be loving this color palette. So we might do something similar. I think you guys are just loving it because I haven't done pink again. And then, as you can see with the resistant jobs that we just did then, it's in the white paint. It's very invisible, but it kind of just links it all together in that section there. It gives it texture where it didn't have it, and it's quite plain. It still keeps the white space, which is really nice. So, back to night classes now. Ooh, that's a good question. Mom! Am I back to Thursday nights, or am I still Saturday mornings now that I'm home? What's convenient?
Up to you, Mum.
Well, we do Thursday nights.
She's just trying to get the cat off.
Were you going to add something to the conversation?
I think that's a yes once I get this cat off.
Okay.
We're only home for one weekend and then we're away again. Remember, we're going tomorrow.
Okay, we are back to Thursday nights
For the moment.
until I figure out what we're doing. But yeah, so next week we'll do some fan brush flowers some more, and the peeling of the paint palettes to show you how those paint palettes work. But thank you all for coming. I shall see you next week, and I will update the paperwork this weekend for the last 2 classes. I promise. Oh, 2 classes. Oh, how do you ever do 2 without it being seeming like a dodgy? Right, for the last 2 classes. There we go. But thank you all for coming, And I shall see you next week. Bye.